Hello everybody and welcome to another weekly update here on JTD Farms. So as you can see, I'm in the combine with Dad and we are currently at the moment harvesting wheat. It's going very well. We've got 3 fields of winter wheat left, so we're very pleased because we are. Oh, there we go. There's George just come to unload the tank, but yeah. So the variety of wheat that we're harvesting today is Skyfall, and this block here is all Skyfall wheat. We're, well, according to the combine, and we don't know until we get the numbers from the weighbridge, but according to the combine, we're at roughly about 4.2 tons to the acre. So not too bad, to be fair. We grow this wheat. It's one of the high quality wheats that's grown in the UK, and we grow it mainly for bread production. So it's milling wheat to us, and we'll be sending this off. We need a a high protein reading, and I think we're looking at. I'm sure it's about 17% protein that you're looking for in the grain. So you know, that's what we're sort of hoping to achieve. But whether we get there or not, I have no idea. The combine, as you can tell, is still taking an extortionately long time to unload. It is better than it was, to be fair. Actually, it is a little bit quicker, according to Dad. It is a little bit quicker to unload, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's becoming evening, as you can see, and it's just beginning to start clouding over now. So, but we're hopeful that this evening we'll be able to. We might be able to get done the wheat, which will then just leave the linseed. Once we get that harvested, that will be harvesting done. We had TJ Ward come in. They've lifted out, or they've harvested our sunflowers for us. So they've come on in and done that for us. They're from Beverley. They're the farm that you know, we sort of have close relations with, because you know, they're like us. They're a growing farm, and you know, we often compare notes and swap you know, tips and what's working, what's not, and then whatever. And they were down here. They were about 3 miles away, harvesting their sunflowers, and I happened to see them on the way back from when I went into Beverley, and on the way back I saw them and asked him if he would come and do ours for us, which he very kindly agreed. So if you're watching, Terry, thanks very much. We really appreciate that, because that's one less field this combine needs to go with. This combine really should be. The problem is it doesn't empty the bottom of the tank for whatever reason. It I don't know. It just slows. It seems to slow as soon as the weight in the tank begins to go off. The flow of grain seems to slow right down. But as I say, we're doing very well, and we're trading obviously all the straw because, as we've said before, that you know, we want to be able to give you know, some of our fellow dairy dairy farmers, you know, some bales and different things. So yeah, we're currently, as I say, going to give all this straw to them. But I'm going to just get out here. There we go. That's the combine. And as I say, it's a Skyfall wheat. To be fair, the actual plant itself doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's grossly late. I mean, you know, this should be done early, you know, at the latest mid-August, but it's been so wet. You know, tomorrow is the 1st of October, and you know, you know, we're just getting done our wheat, you know, with the 1st of October coming along. You know, so it's just not good. As I say, the linseed, yeah, we're not too worried about that being left over into October, but as I say, it's not good. But we are right in front of the yard, which is meaning that we're not having too far to cart the corn, but it's yielding enough that we do need the second tractor in there, because we tried it with just Ray in there, and he couldn't get back to the combine in time, and we don't want the combine idle. So we've decided that we were going to put both tractors and trailers in there. Do you know, this grass keeps coming through the yard. Doesn't matter how many times we blooming well spray it, it comes back. We'll have to look into a more permanent solution for that. Like, it's all over the place, but never mind. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in the truck, and I'll get the drone, and I'll go down to the field where we were drilling rapeseed, and we've got Ruben in there at the moment that is rolling that field at the moment. So we've put the rape in there, and when we get down there, I'll try and I can't find my truck. I'm always losing machinery. When we get down there, I'll tell you more about the varieties and what we're trying, and whether or not we think it's gonna grow. When Ruben was subsoiling in there, that was the end of one of the videos where the combine had broken down again, and I was feeling a wee bit sorry for myself. But since then, we had obviously Massey Ferguson. We've now also had the head mechanic from Agco down, who has also taken the combine to bits and done a few things. And at the moment, touch wood, everything is working as it should. Maybe, just maybe, apart from the unloading. Now, even they had no real explanation for that they cannot find anything wrong. So whether our TEX66, which is the combine that combine replaced, was particularly quick at unloading, and we're kind of noticing the difference, and so therefore we think there's a problem unloading, whereas Massey Ferguson and everyone else are sort of saying, well, actually, you know, that's how fast this combine unloads. So you obviously had a quicker combine unloading, and now you're thinking there's something wrong with that one. I don't know. It's just before we hit the auger, it always felt like it was quicker unloading, but who knows. Anyway, I'm going to sign off, and then I'll join you when I get down there with the rolls. So I'll see you in a little while. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the drone footage there. So we're in the rape field. As you can see, this has been rolled, so I'm not going to go scratching about in it. I'm going to leave it alone. I have had a quick walk through the field to see if I can find any yellow beetle, but not at the moment. So at the moment we well, I say yellow beetle, it's got yellow, it's flea beetle is what we're actually looking for, but the variety that we've grown in this field is acacia, and it's probably the most common type grown here in the UK. We've grown this variety now for the last, I would say, 3 to 4 seasons, growing seasons. This is the first time that we've grown it without the neonics being treated onto the seed. So how we're going to go with in terms of flea beetle, it is, I don't know, it remains to be seen, I guess. But when we're drilling the crop, we're looking to drill at a rate of about 80 seeds per square metre. Without having the drill in front of me, that's quite hard to show you how we measure that. But we've only got one field. This is the field that we've got. It's 149 acres, I think, this field. Now that we've joined the 3 fields together, because as you'll remember from the video where Ruben was subsoiling in here, these were actually 3 separate fields. So we had a small field up here to that hedge, and then in the middle here we had another field, and that went to this, let me get my bearings, went to this edge up here, to the edge here. So it went sort of basically joined onto that hedge and went all the way down, and then this side was the bigger of the 3 fields, but we have now joined them all together just because Stephen was fed up of us having to go through his yard to get to those 2 fields. So he sort of said, look, if I do the work, would you be willing to let me pull the hedge up and join your field together, and then we can come, you can just see down there along that edge, there's a gateway there, so we can come into the field now from there, so it's a lot better. But yeah, so that's, as I say, rape drilled, and now we've just got to wait. We were going to put a pre-emergent on, but we've gone for a post-emergent. So we're hoping that that's going to be enough to protect us. But the reason as well, I should say, the reason why we grow this variety as well is that it takes between 2 to 3 weeks for it to gather its canopy and to try and get away from the ground. The quicker we can get that rape plant away from the ground, the quicker we protect it against the flea beetle, and then you've got yellow virus, which this seed is treated for. The seed is allowed to be treated for that, so in theory the seed shouldn't be susceptible to that, but you never take anything as a given or a guarantee. So as I say, that's a little bit of drone footage there. I very nearly lost my drone again, as you saw. I very nearly lost it in the rolls this time, so I think it would have probably been irreparable this time. But yeah, so as I say, that's a little bit of drone footage with Ruben on the Massey Ferguson and the 24-meter Diablo rolls. We bought them new last year. We're very happy with them, and of course they help us to get our rolling done very quickly, which is what we're looking for. And as I say, the 1st of October tomorrow, this land here, so when Ruben's got the rolling finished, he's going to be in, there's 3 fields along there. You can just see 2 hedges through this hedge. On the far side of that second hedge is obviously another field, and these 3 fields here are coming winter barley, so he'll be in there subsoiling or simber soloing and then I'll be able to go in there then and get drilled. We are considering at the moment. We're considering buying a third crawler, just because it's awkward. But if George, I mean, this year has been sort of not too bad, because every time I've needed the Challenger, George has been on a tractor and trailer. But that crawler by rights is his, and me and Ruben share the big one. But Ruben has obviously been out all the time, so I mean he's fairly upset that he hasn't got to do any harvest this year. So when we come to the linseed, Dad has said that Ruben can harvest the linseed, and then George will either go on Ruben's Challenger and do some simbering, or again he'll go on his Challenger and carry on with the mulching, and I'll go on to Ruben's Challenger, and as I say, because I need to get the winter barley in there. I need to get that done pretty quickly. But yeah, anyway, that's enough for this bit. Next time there's an update, I'll bring you back again. So I'm out in the field here that we were just combining, that you saw. Well, Mum was on the combine the last time we filmed it, but yeah, we're just out here. Say it's early evening now. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening now. The cloud has all broken up, which is nice. So it's turned out to be a rather decent evening. But as I say, we're just out here in the field. We've got Reuben on the baler, and he's getting this field baled for us. We've now moved into the field next door, combining, and as I say, we're in this field here, and it's going pretty well actually. To be fair, we've got a tractor coming later tonight. Well, I say you've already seen the tractor. We're borrowing Stephen's New Holland. He's allowing us to borrow it. We've got a bale chaser come in, and what we're going to do is we're going to go and collect some bales up there, and then obviously go around and collect all the bales. But we're going to start in the first field that you saw. But I just wanted to sort of re-say again that the reasons why we cut the stubble so high is to get I mean, it didn't matter this time around as such, because we're baling it straight after the combine, so it sort of this time around it doesn't really matter. But there seems to be a minimal chance of rain, so again, it's sort of not necessary. But we're getting into the habit of doing it now across the farm. So the idea is that if we're combining but we think that there might be some rain coming, or if we're combining sort of into the evening and we know that the straw is going to get damp overnight, what we're doing now is we're cutting the straw slightly higher, the stubble slightly higher, so when the straw falls from the combine it gets caught on the stubble and it leaves a bit of a gap underneath. Now you can't really see it with the even if I get here, you can't really see it. I mean, to be fair, there's quite a lot of straw in this crop, so it's not really a great crop to show you in, because there is quite a bit of straw in here. But yeah, so basically what it means is in the daytime when the sun comes up and hopefully there's a bit of a breeze, what happens is the breeze goes underneath the straw and dries it out, the sun on top, and then sometimes we'll come in and maybe ted it, or either windrow it and windrow it over, so it just rolls it over. But as I say, it's not necessary today, because we're combining it. Sorry, we're baling it straight after we've combined it. So, but yeah, I just thought I would quickly show you Reuben in the field and the baling, and again just sort of kind of reiterate what we said in the last episode about the straw. The bales look really good. They're a really nice density, so that's pleasing, and we don't seem to be missing any strings or anything like that, which is really good. So the baler is clearly working well at the moment, and it's going very, very well. But as I say, I'm just waiting on Stephen to bring the New Holland, and then we're going to go and get the bale chaser. And as I say, we're going to start collecting these bales, and as I've said before, we're going to be storing them down on the fields where we first started baling. So when I get the bale chaser and when I'm down there and I've started and I'm doing a bit and got used to it, because I've never used one before, I'll bring you back, and we can have a look at what we're doing and why we're doing things the way that we're doing. But you're very, very happy actually. One thing I wanted to just show you as well. As I say, we're in the other field now. I think they've started that other end, but Dad got all these cut when he came and did that one. He came into this one, and there's another field down at the bottom there. So if you look into the horizon, you can see the green in the distance, but before you get there, the field drops away and goes down. But as it drops away, they're two separate fields. but we're just concentrating on this one at the moment. But the reason why he goes round the outside and cuts on these three was because he wasn't sure when whether he would get here before dark or not. So he cut them just in case, and also because as well in the night time, obviously, you don't want to be going round telegraph poles because they can be very tricky, and that's how you damage things. And Lord knows we don't need to damage our combine, so we decided to open them up in the daylight, and as I say, just see the combine there in the distance. But at the moment, as I say, since ATCO have been out to it, the combine is working very, very, very well. They did change one or two bits, and they replaced one or two bits as well. And they have also said that after harvest, they would like the combine back up to headquarters and to restrip it and to really find out why we are having the issues that we're having. Which, to be fair, I've been really miffed with that combine, as you know, this year. But I've been really, really impressed with the service that we've had, because we didn't have that brand new. We bought that second hand. But ATCO have sort of kind of in a way gone out of their way to try and help us. But so we're very grateful and also very pleased, because it's a big weight off our mind as farmers when companies are going that extra mile in our busiest time of the year. But anyway, as I say, when I get up there and get some bale chasing going on, I'll bring you back in again, and then I will try and explain and show you what we're doing and why we're doing it and things like that. So I'll see you in a bit. So here I am. I'm back in the field. Got the bale chaser. We've done a few bales up the other end, but I've come down here to clear these because we want to get on and be working these in the next couple of days. So we want the bales out of here. And there's more than enough room now, because I've been down the other end and taken the headlands off. So yes, I'm not very good with the bale chaser, but I will try and give you a demonstration. So this one, not too bad actually. This one's side on anyway, so we can hopefully get this one. Nope. Like I said, I'm not brilliant with the bale chaser, but hopefully, oh dear. To be fair, this hasn't been going this bad. We'll go somewhere else before I embarrass myself further. I've no doubt Ruben's laughing. So the bumper on the front of the tractor there is to actually turn and push the bale into position. There we go. So yeah, it's to actually push the bale into position. Now you wouldn't do it normally this way, I wouldn't, but that bale was in quite a good position anyway, so I didn't really want to knock it too far. And then we've got to try and get as close as we can, and then it scoops it up and pushes it up into the heap. And then, as I say, we're taking the bales and we're stacking them on all on the same field, and then that way we will be able to have them all in one place, and then lorries just can keep coming and going at their leisure. Stephen has very kindly offered actually that if we can't load them ourselves and we know roughly when they're coming, then he's going to load the lorries for us, which is very kind of him, because as I say, we're desperate to get combining done, certainly the wheat done tonight, but thereafter we want to get the linseed done as well. So we are, as I say, we are a bit desperate to do it, but that's kind of how you use the bumper, but that's not how you use Like I say, I'm not very good at this, and I've had more than a few laughs from Ruben as he's been going up and down the field. He's getting on fantastically well. It's amazing how quickly he can cover the land, but it's amazing how slowly I can cover the land. But as I say, this is not normally my job. Normally we're so sort of in advance of harvest and everything else that we can get, usually Ruben or George to do, or even Ray to do this, but needs must, I'm afraid. We are desperate for as I say, these bales to be cleared, but yeah, I'm as I say, I'm very poor at this. Never mind. It's just a case of getting the hang of it, and as I say, it's I suppose always got to be someone's turn to be the joke on the farm, and today I am it. That one didn't go too bad. So it's just a case of sort of basically doing the pit manoeuvre with these bales, and then coming along and then doing that. And that is then a full load, and then I press that button there and then move forward, and that automatically brings the trailer in, and we can then progress ourselves back off to the farm, or back off to the field, because that's where we're going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out at the end here, and then actually I can't do what I was going to do. I can't do that. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that happens in the next episode. I won't tell you what it is, and then you won't be left wanting then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off for this episode. I hope you very much enjoyed it, and I hope you get something out of me sort of explaining different crops and different varieties and drill rates, and I don't know whether I made the rape explanation earlier very clear or not. So when I said it was 80 seeds per square meter, so how we calculate that is that yes, there are lots of settings on the drill that we can change and alter and sort of get somewhere close to what we want. But the way that we actually do it is we have a there's Dad over there. We have a like a hula hoop type contraption that is exactly 1 square meter, and we literally throw it on the floor, and then although we don't go scratting for every single seed, because that would be nigh on nearly impossible, but what we do is we do have a little scratch around, and if there seems to be, and also as well, we know how quickly the seed is due to go down at that rate. So that's another indicator. As I say, the drill will also tell you as well, sort of how much seed is being used, and we can calculate it on there. But and we tend to use the hula hoop technique more for the beans rather than the rate, but it is a way that we could test it if we wanted to. I've got them a little bit close to the entrance of the field there. So anyway, I'll draw in here, and before I embarrass myself by reversing into the pile and knocking it over, I'm going to sign off. So, but this is Stephen's tractor, and say it's a very nice tractor, and we're very grateful that he has agreed to let us use it. And as I say, that's the bow chaser that we've borrowed, and that's going to obviously stack and clear all our bales, and we're just going to stack them on the end here, and then the lorries can come along and they can just back down here, and that will be jobs are good. But as I say, I'm going to sign off now for this episode. The sun is slowly beginning to set over there. As I say, it's October the 1st tomorrow, so it's about 6 o'clock-ish in the evening now, or 6:30 maybe. And as I say, the night is drawing in, but we do want to try and get these 3 wheat fields done. We're in field number 2, so probably during early evening into the night we'll be into the other one, and that will be the wheat finished. If we lose the rape, the linseed, sorry, we lose it. You know, that's not such an issue to us, but the wheat is very important. And the wheat at the moment is another thing that I was due to tell you. So the wheat is coming in at 3.8 tons per acre, which is abysmal. For milling wheat, that is abysmal. Last year, to give you some sort of comparison, on our really good land, we were hitting 5.5 to 5.6 tons to an acre. This year on our best land, as I say, we're averaging between 3 and 3.5, and that's simply just crop on the ground. You know, you can just kneel down and just see, you know, you've got wheat heads on the ground, you've got grain on the ground. It's basically, you know, it's far past its best for harvesting. It's brackled, and it's just, and then you know, once it brackles, it just snaps off and falls to the floor. Some of it will get caught in the canopy of the straw, and the combine might be able to get hold of it, which, you know, we're hoping sort of is happening a bit. But you know, it's terrible. This year we're going to lose a heck of a lot on our milling premium. The protein seems okay. I'll have to read up on in our handbook what the actual protein measurements need to be for milling wheat. I'm almost certain it's 17% is the minimum, and anything over that is you know, acceptable. But yeah, so as I say, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to tick and subscribe, and press all the bell things and everything that you need to do. And one other thing. So thank you to the comments that are coming in, and to the fact that we've now got 9 subscribers on this new channel. I really appreciate it. You know, let's hope that by the end of October we have 1,000. But yeah, one thing. So this person will know who they are. I asked Ruben if he eats a Reuben sandwich, and he looked at me completely gone out and said, "What the hell are you talking about?" So we did the only decent thing possible. We looked it up, and we are going to try a Reuben sandwich. We don't know when, we don't know at what point, but we are going to try a Reuben sandwich. So if it appears that I've forgotten, remind me, but at some point we will try and eat a Reuben sandwich. But anyway, that's all for this episode. Thanks ever so much, and as I say, tick and subscribe and all of that good business, and I'll see you in the next update, in the midweek update, when hopefully we should have the linseed done as well, and we should be well into potatoes, and then it is the mad rush to get everything drilled by the end of October. Bye for now.